Edit. Response, should you change racist white mind? By Legrand Anthony on Monday, August 20. Response, should you change racist white mind? By Legrand Anthony on Monday, August 25, 2014 at 12:41 a.m. Response to the suggestion that Legrand. Home. Create. 1. 4. Response, should you change racist white mind? By Legrand Anthony on Monday, August 25, 2014 at 12:41 a.m. Response to the suggestion that black people should not attempt to change the mindset of racist white people, and that one can only change their own. By Legrand Anthony. 1. It is neither arrogant nor stupid nor insecure to think you can change someone's mind. You must agree, Europeans have succeeded in having absolute control over the mindset of African slaves and their descendants since the 14th century. This is exemplified by a self-destructive suicidal Black American culture embraced by African Americans that view gangster rap music and nearly naked female hip-hop singers as wholesome popular family entertainment and career paths for young Black people, while intellectual development, educational achievement, moral development, and the identity of Black Americans' true nationality is frowned upon as lame. Manifestation of European control and the unique European design of the mindset of African Americans is clearly shown by the disrespectful lyrical content of gangster rap music and by Negroes believing and calling themselves African Americans, Negroes, Blacks, Afro-Americans, Nigars, Egyptians, and embracing the ideology of non-nationalistic integration, meaning Negroes who live among white people have no history outside slavery and identify themselves as only being an American and a descendant of ex-slaves. Unlike Germans, Irishmen, Italians, Frenchmen, etc., who also live among other white people in America, these ethnic white American subgroups, in fact, live as racial nationalists and have their own distinct languages, customs, and history outside of America. Utari also called Americans. Further, European control of mindset of Black Americans is shown by Black Americans' belief that white people have accepted African Americans as equal. This was manifested when blacks demanded to live next to white people and forced their way into all white neighborhoods and demanded to make white people richer by demanding to eat in white restaurants, when African Americans think they are inferior. When Black children are shown to hate themselves before they learn how to read, see the video. About the Black Doll experiment, when Black women believe straight long Europeans' hair is the standard of beauty, as well as Al Sharpton, when light-skinned Negroes believe they are better than darker Negroes, see picture of Sammy Sosa, when rich Negroes believe Black people live in a post-racial society and racism does not exist. See $25 million donation given to the University of Southern California by a Black rapper. Second, the foundation of a Black child's self-image is developed before a Black child can learn how to read. See the Black Doll experiment on YouTube, whereby they have learned to hate themselves through subliminal messages broadcasted on television and radio. https://www.youtube.com/watch?b=WG7u1q1g. Changing how other people think of you directly changes your own perception and belief of yourself. What others think about you directly correlates to how you feel about your self-image. What other people say about you affects how you think about yourself. Therefore, be careful how you talk to your children and what you call them, even when you are justifiably angry. If white people who controlled mass media told Black children they were intelligent, beautiful, and kind, Black children would begin to see themselves as intelligent, beautiful, and kind. Al Sharpton would get a new hairstyle. However, those who control the entertainment industry only promote gangster rap music and only show black people committing crime on the evening news, each and every day. Black people, particularly young black children and adults, do not think they need to change. They all have embraced the ideology that theater Americans, whatever that means. They have internalized the cultural beliefs forced upon their kidnapped and enslaved ancestors and only see themselves today as African Americans. Again, whatever that means. The meaning given to define a black man and woman born in America changes like the wind. The self-identity given to black Americans by the descendants of European slave owners changes periodically at the desire of Hollywood movie writers and the owners of the music entertainment industry. A material change of black self-identity and black self-image can only begin when black men who are the agents of black cultural indoctrination began to teach African Americans who they really are. African Americans are identified in the Bible. African Americans are, and intelligent white people know this, the true Israelites in the Bible. It does no good to change and remain the same. It does no good talk and clothing fashion but continue to embrace a psychotic pagan mindset. It does no good for African Americans to continue to embrace a nationality that is not their own. African Americans are not pagan Europeans by blood. Who are you people? You truly do not know. Now that is not just sad, but pathetic, when you read who you are every Sunday in church. Who are you? You are not Africans. You cannot tell me your true nationality, but Europeans are absolutely and positively sure of your nationality. White Europeans have defined your nationality for you, and you are taught by Europeans and their highly paid black agents of deception, that your pathetic state of ignorance does not matter. Acquiescence to the state of identity crisis and ignorance of self is aided and abetted by black preachers who are financed by European banks under 501c3 non-profit corporations. The biblical identity of African Americans has been bought by white Europeans. Black preachers have sold the true biblical identity of African Americans to the descendants of white European slaveholders in return for 501c3 financial benefits. Everyone knows the true identity of American Americans but the general African American public. While you do not know of your nationality, Europeans do not hesitate to identify the origin and identity of African Americans. You are a slave. Don't believe me, look at any movie. None show you as the black Israelites mentioned in the Bible. None show Jesus Christ with a woolly afro and black skin as described in the book of Revelations. All movies about black people shows their history starts with American slavery. Show me a European movie that seriously depicts Jesus Christ as a black man and I will show you Charleston Heston, the white Moses, was really a black man with two black parents from Haiti. Europeans are sure black Americans originated as slaves. This should be a red flag to the most uneducated fool. Slavery is not a nationality but a condition. Who are you Negroes? Europeans have defined you in their constitution as subhumans and three-fourths human, substantiated by eminent European scientists as Charles Darwin and accepted as scientific fact and use it to write and justify American laws and legislation. Are you really a subhuman Negar? Those that have identified your nationality as hybrid European Negars have never changed their racial attitudes, beliefs, mindset, and perspective that was supported by Charles Darwin's scientific fallacies. This racist mindset was exemplified by members of the United States Supreme Court INIT's decision rendered in the case of Dred Scott, where the court held that Negars are subhumans and a black man has no right that a white man must recognize. This same attitude is responsible for the murder of Mike Brown in Ferguson, Missouri in 2014. Dred Scott is from the same Missouri county as Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin and hundreds of millions of other African Americans. When African Americans accept the fact that they are the people spoken of in the Bible as the nation of Israel, they will change their image of themselves. They will not continue to change from one European image to another European image, but return to the image God originally gave them. When African Americans accept who they are, they can return to the culture, beliefs, language, and customs the God of Abraham originally prescribed to them. None of the ways God prescribed to Israel are the ways of Europeans. When African Americans become Israelites again, they can make disciples out of white Christians. When African American preachers and leaders stop acting like cowardice hypocrites hypnotized by the smell and touch of money, and stop selling black people out for a bag full of gold and self-glorification, they, like Moses, can lead their people out of Egypt once again, and away from a pagan culture determined to destroy black and brown people. The saddest part of the sellout is that these so-called, white-appointed, black leaders, know the truth about their nationality as the Israelites spoken of in the Bible, but nevertheless, as Judas betrayed Jesus, they too have conspired to sell out black Americans. Now you know the truth too, so, I suggest you begin to change yourself. You cannot look to your preacher Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton, only you can begin the change. So go to YouTube and view videos that teach who you are. Go to Got Church 144. Like you say. Change yourself. God is waiting. He's waited a long time. He is about to close the door. Get inside before it is too late. Like, comment, share. Write a comment. Deception in America. Docs in deception in America. Recent changes. Labrant Anthony. Created about 4 years ago. Recommend for you nearby. 2005 Honda Civic.